Hey, hey, hey. I really hope that you all are having a blessed day. So, the reason why I'm on today is because God wants me to talk about being a repeat offender. So, when I say being a repeat offender, I mean being someone that's had to repeat the same steps over and over and over again. It's like you can't walk into the newness because you spend so much time repeating the same steps over and over and over again. I'm gonna tell y'all something. This was me. I would get so upset, so angry, because I felt like my life was going more backwards than forward. But when I not only made up my mind by allowing God to be who he is in my life. I'm gonna say it like this. Most people who are repeat offenders don't realize that they're missing something. And for me, the reason why I became a repeat offender and had to do the same things over and over again was because I was missing one key detail, the main event, the main one who holds everything together for me, no matter where I have to dwell. So many times I ended up going back to the same place because I did not include God. When I say that, key example, I was getting put out of a hotel because I had ran out of money. And I had to go back to stay with my grandmother. This happened to me multiple times, and my mother as well. I had to either go, I was going back and forth. I'm talking about like I was being tossed back and forth between the two. And I couldn't understand, like, God, why do you keep allowing this to happen to me? And I would get so mad, and I'm like, God, like, what the heck am I missing? What am I not doing? And I would get so frustrated that I would begin to yell and be angry, not at God, but at myself, because I began to feel stupid. Like I just couldn't get right. I can't get right. That's what I used to tell myself. You can't get right. You'll never get right. And the moment, okay, so I made it to my grandmother's house. But how I got to that decision of going to my grandmother's house, I just told myself, I was like, I'm about to get put out of here. I'm just going to go ahead and go back to my grandmother's house. Let me tell you how I made the biggest mistake. And let me tell you, I did this several times. I just said, it's either I was saying, let me go to I'm going to go to my grandmother's house. I'm just going to go. Or either I say, I'm going to go to my mama's house. I'm just going to go. And when I got there, the odds worked against me. It's like I was a target for the people I had to go and live with. Instead of them being kind to me and understanding my situation, they were against me. Because when I left to go do that, I told myself, I didn't have a conversation with God. I didn't say, Father, I've got to go back to this place. I feel like you've left me no choice. I need you to go before me, and I need you to be with me in this thing. I cannot do this by myself. So what I'm trying to say is, when you have to go and repeat certain things all the time, it is not because of self-will. It's because God just needs you to acknowledge him and include him in the matter. And when you begin to include him first in the matters before you go and take footsteps in those directions that you feel that you have to do for a certain time, you don't go in the same person. When I went back to repeat the same step again, I went in a new creature. I went in a different person. The weapons that the enemy began to try to form against me could not prosper. I was a new being because I didn't go in by myself, but my Father went in before me. And when I came out, I was on top. I wasn't going back to the same places that I had to go to before God began to push me into a new territory. I was not of my own, but I was of him, and he was in me. And because of that, I walked into newness. I walked into greatness because God went before me. I didn't do it of my own self-will like times past. And did I mention God blessed me while I was in these places? The same people who once came against me, I had to do for them. I had funds when they ran dry. I was still overflowing because I included God. I did not go in my own self-will, but I allowed him to go before me. Most of us, God keeps pushing that rewind button because you are missing what you need the most. Notice the prophets, the men of God, from back in biblical times. Nothing that they did, anybody who was of God, they did not do anything without first acknowledging God, because it is God who causes your footsteps to prosper. When you include God, it's a whole new thing. It's a whole new ball game. It's a whole new territory. You don't go in the same way that you did in times past. God gonna let you know, you included me. Now I'm about to show you how to do this thing. Now I'm about to show you how it was supposed to be in times past. If you had acknowledged me, if you had put me first, let me know what you would get. I knew that you had no choice but to make this decision, but you could not leave me out of it. I needed you to tell me, to ask me, to wait on me, to put me first. Many of you all are in this situation. But if you follow this word and you take it and you put it to use, I guarantee you the enemy gonna start roaring. He may roar, but he ain't gonna be able to bite. He ain't gonna be nothing but a little poodle in the corner barking. And can't do nothing. Can't do nothing but talk. Acknowledge God and put him first. And watch the difference. I guarantee you the enemy is not gonna like this one, because I'm going in his territory. I'm in his territory. See, he's trying to form many weapons to cause you all to fall down. But if you would just acknowledge God and put him first, you'll see it all come together. No weapon formed can prosper when you acknowledge God first. You all be blessed and have a good day. Love you.